I'm making hot chocolate and I put peppermint bark in here, but like I look, don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, hi guys, my name is Miana. Welcome to my record. Today I'm going to be doing a new vlog. I'm like talking like I'm not the pour this in here. So scared. Do I want hot chocolate from the pack or do I want to make my own hot chocolate? I'm gonna do from the pack. Okay, sorry. I had to change location and put on a sweater because it's cold, but I do have my hot chocolate. Anyways, hi guys, my name is Miana. Today I'm going to be starting a new vlog. I don't know how I'm necessarily going to be uploading for Vlogmas, but this is going to be, I think this is going to be day one. So this is going to be Vlogmas day one. And today I am reading Quicksilver. So with my Vlogmas videos, I would like to do, well, one, I want them to be book themed or whatever hobby I'm focused on, because I do have some plans for some videos. But one, I do want them to, I want like just vlogs dedicated to books, because some days I don't do stuff and I don't want to like not upload that day or it be super quick or whatever. So I figured that on days that I like am not doing anything super fun or I don't have any content, that I would just have a regular vlog just dedicated to books. And I've been wanting to read Quicksilver. It's mainly because the second book is coming out and I personally like the new covers, and I like the old covers too, but I like the new covers. I like the spray edges. I saw it at Walmart the other day and I was like, damn, I want to read this. And I was like, okay, why not? Am I gonna like this book? Probably not. I'm 100 pages into this book and so far I'm not liking it, but there's a chance, because I saw someone say that if you like From Blood and Ash, you will like this book. And I love From Blood and Ash. I didn't necessarily care about the romance. Like, I liked it at the time, but I liked Poppy as the main character. I liked the world. Was the world building that excellent? No, not really. It was just, the book was just trash, and I still enjoyed it and I still like loved it. So I'm like, okay, like, it's not even, but that was like written before like romantasy was like really a thing. Like, and Jennifer Armentrout has been like writing for years, so it's also just that. But like, I don't know, in this vlog I'm gonna be reading Quicksilver, and so far I've read 100 pages. Honestly, not a lot has happened. We just have our main character, Saris or Sarah. Quicksilver is about, I'm cold as freak if you can tell me. Quicksilver is about this girl named Saris who lives in this world where like everyone is pretty much poor and she's poor, and you gotta fight for your life to have things or get things. And she finds this gauntlet which she's gonna melt down. So, like, she finds this thing that she's gonna like melt down to silver for her and her brother, which is kind of reminiscent of Akatar, like the first 100 pages where like they're poor and she ends up killing this deer, which like low-key is kind of similar in that sense. Like, she's gonna melt it down, but then her brother ends up going missing and she ends up getting caught, and she gets sent to, like, she gets pushed through I think she gets pushed through Quicksilver into like this world, and she ends up in the fantasy world. And in this, I haven't gotten that far yet, but I had to ask some of my friends on TikTok. I had to make a video and be like, what the fuck is Quicksilver about? Because nobody can explain this shit to me. So then I guess she's gonna end up finding out that she has alchemy, which, like, that's why I'm reading this book, because I love alchemy. Like, I love alchemy in books. One of my favorite books ever. It's a middle game, so fun. And I just think that like alchemy is really cool. So I felt like for a little bit like there wasn't really a lot of books out that had to do with alchemy. So I guess subconsciously now I try to read whatever I can that has alchemy, just because it wasn't really that popular a few years ago, and like now kind of like everybody does it. But you know, she's gonna end up meeting Kingfisher and all of this stuff, and I'm just excited. I'm hoping, like, I don't expect it, because honestly I feel like I can end up liking this book because my expectations are so low for romantasy, that if it even ends up being halfway decent or more decent than I expected, I could see myself giving it like a high rating. And even like as long as like the fantasy world is good enough for me, I guess, like I can see myself liking it, just because I love alchemy and I don't come across a lot of alchemy books. And I don't hate this book so far. I think Saris, she's different than the main characters I've read from so far in romance. Like, everyone's like very meek and timid. I mean, she's also like such a badass, which also isn't different, but like you kind of only get those two characters when you're reading a romantic book. You get like the little timid character who's so shy, or you get the badass character, and I kind of do prefer the badass girly, or authors who think they're writing a badass girly but she's just like whatever. So I'm very interested in that. I'm very interested to meet Kingfisher. I never really cared about like the men in romance books, period, not even romanticies, and I just don't see myself caring about Kingfisher just because like my type of like guy in a romance book is actually not like the shadow daddy type, or the like, you know, I don't know, they're just not like the like the I don't know, I like someone who like has a bunch of jokes. I like the jokester type, basically my boyfriend. That's always been my type in a book. Or like someone who's like super smart to the point that it's like really fucking annoying, like Darlington in Ninth House. Which, aren't we so excited that we're getting Ninth House 3 next year? Yes. I'm gonna bring that up every chance I get. That is my most anticipated release. I haven't had a most anticipated release of a year since last year when Hellbit came out the beginning of the year, and I loved it, and then I like didn't have anything to anticipate all year. So like I'm kind of excited that like Deadbeat isn't gonna be out until like September, because that just gives me like the whole year to anticipate it. And like I don't know, I didn't really have anything that I was like super, like I did have stuff I was super excited for, but like I didn't have like my number one that I was like fiending for, you know? But I have a bone to pick with these TikTok people. I've been trying to figure out what the hell this book is about, because the description is super vague, and I know that it's not for like a reason. Like, you know, like you could describe what a book is about without spoiling. So I know that like, you know, the people on Book Talk aren't not telling you what it's about because it's just like, you know, you don't want to spoil it for people. Whenever I go, I literally typed in what is Quicksilver book about. I'm literally like watching these single person reviews, and they're not reviewing the books. Like it's just people being like, yeah, so I like this book, I gave it this many stars, Kingfisher such a shadow daddy, and then they go on for about 2 minutes talking about Kingfisher and how much they love him. They don't even talk about the female main character, just Kingfisher, how much they love him, and then they get into like what they liked and didn't like, or what they liked, not what they didn't like. And I'm just like, what the hell is this book about, you guys? Like, somebody please tell me what the heck. I'm here to tell you. I've read 100 pages so far. It's 600 pages. I have seen that a lot of people saying like 30% of the book, like it was hard for them to get through, but the last 30% was super good. So I'll be the judge of that. We'll see. Today is Saturday. We just actually got back from picking out a Christmas tree, which was so fun. I've never been to a Christmas tree farm before. I had so much fun this morning. So I'm just chilling. So I have all Saturday. I do need to edit today. I have a video that I want to put up Sunday, and then get into this Vlogmas. I do have another book that I also want to read, Phantasma, even though I know I'm not gonna like that one. Like Quicksilver, I felt like, okay, I could maybe like it. If not, I can just sit here and read it and make fun of it, like whatever. The other book, however, Phantasma, that has a game, and I'm just so tired of like trial slash games. Like I'm so tired of it. I think they're boring. I think it's played out. I don't think that they do what they need to do, and people are just doing it because it's popular right now, and it's so boring to me. Like I don't give a fuck about these trials that you have to do, girl. My gosh, like so played out. So I might do a vlog of me reading Phantasma. I downloaded it on my Kindle, so we'll see. Literally only recording in here because it's cold, so if someone walks in, I am going to be embarrassed. I am going to turn off the camera. But I've read almost halfway through Quicksilver, and I don't know. What does the lighting look like? It's like nothing's really happening, but like I am enjoying like Kingfisher's a character. Sarah is like, she's okay, she could be better. She's kind of like one of those characters where it's like the author wants her to be a badass, but like she like writes her, she's not fully writing her as that. Like it's like the author doesn't know how to write a badass. She makes her like timid and scared sometimes, which like, yeah, you can be a badass and be timid and scared, but it's just the way that she's writing her is just like not adding up. But I am enjoying like the found family aspect of it, and I will say like the banter between Saris and Quicksilver is good. I fear Kingfisher is good. I fear so far in the book what has happened is she was kidnapped, she was taken to this fey world, or she was taken to this fey world. She had to like present herself to the king or whatever. Then Kingfisher is introduced, and they're working together. Kingfisher and Saris are working together because she can control alchemy, and she has like a type of one that like she can transmute. I mean, what alchemy is, it's like changing one thing into something else basically. And so she is like that type of alchemy, and they're working together, but they also have like this back and forth, and I don't hate it, the romance, but like the book itself, like the world building is pretty iffy, and like the author does this thing where she'll like explain, like she'll have the characters explain something like quotation marks, and then she'll stop, and then she'll have the main character explain the rest like in her mind, which I find kind of lazy. But it's also like how you know that you are info dumpy if like you have too much information that you don't want to put in quotes. So it's like, girl, maybe you should work on that, you know. That feels kind of lazy. Like I don't see myself like giving this 5 stars, but like I'm between like a 3.5 or 5, a 3.5 or a 4 star. And I have downloaded the sequel because I fear I'm interested. Like I don't know what to say. Anyways, it's Sunday. I have on this cute holiday shirt. I'm gonna start uploading for Vlogmas tomorrow, so I need to start planning for that. But other than that, like I've just been on TikTok. I'm just gonna read. I've formed an obsession with calico critters or Sylvian families, and I want a book nook to put them in. So that's pretty much all I'm watching on TikTok is like calico critter stuff and book nooks. And I don't know, I wasn't obsessed before, but like randomly I am. I don't know. I was like looking for like hippers to put on my Kindle because I don't want a Sunny Angel because they're naked and I feel embarrassed carrying around naked babies on my Kindle. I don't know, I'm sorry. And like all the other hipper, I haven't found like a good hipper. And then I just came across like the calico critters, and they don't have hippers, so I don't even know how I came across them, but I'm like, these are so cute. Wait, I want them because I've been wanting like a little village, but I want like I want like my own type of village that I can make or collect or whatever. And I wanted to be able to pick like my villagers, like if I wanted like bears or if I wanted humans or whatever. And then I came across calico critters and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can make villages for them. But then I was like, I don't have enough space, so if I start collecting them, I can just start having like book nooks and like building them and then putting my calico critters in those. And then when I get my own place, like I can build like a village, because I want like somewhere small I can put them, like a TV ledge or like a ledge in general, like just somewhere cute I can put them, and I can like build something for them. But like I don't have a house, I don't have any space, so if I start collecting them now, because they are kind of expensive, I can just put them in the book nooks. And I've always wanted a book nook, but I was like, oh, I don't have space for them. But now I actually do kind of have space and I can move stuff around, so that has nothing to do with anything. But yeah, if I give this book 3.5 stars, I will be buying it because I like the new covers. Sorry, I mean that's literally the reason why my hair is drying, but that's literally the reason why I'm doing this vlog. So it is officially December. It's Vlogmas day 1. I am basically almost done with Quicksilver, and at this point I'm like considering ratings because like I'm having fun with this book. I went in with low expectations, and then also I've never read like a shadow daddy like type of like romantasy before, or if I have, like I don't really care for them. So like Kingfisher I find very entertaining. Like I find him funny. I like the banter with the main character. I think the main character is also fine. I kind of see why when people talk about this book they just gush over Kingfisher and don't really talk about the female main character, just because she's nothing special. Like the author doesn't really do anything to like make her stand out, make her your favorite, whereas like the author puts in a lot of effort for Kingfisher. So it's like I understand why when people talk about this book they only talk about him, because the author put all the work into him. So like what do you expect from the audience? And like after reading so many romanticities, like you just learn that like these people write and like these people write these things and read these things because that's what works for them. So then when you go into it like knowing that and not too much thought into it, like it's just like, is this book trash? Yes, but I'm really enjoying Kingfisher. I'm sorry, like it's just, he has me giggling and he's funny and the banter is really good. And the Fount family, you guys know I love Fount family. The Fount family is really getting to me. Like I don't know. So I don't know if I want to rate this a 3.5 star or a 4 star. It's definitely not a 5 star. Like I can't be out here doing that. But like, is it entertaining? Yes. Like I am entertained. What can I say? I don't know. But is it like the greatest thing ever written? Hell no. It's not even halfway to the greatest thing ever written. It's not even well written. I'm just having fun. And like I know that. And I think with romantasy readers, that's also their thing, is like they know it's not good. Now, but then it just goes into like all of my rants about publishing, and like now I'm contradicting myself. But I always say you're allowed to have a shitty fave, okay? I think everybody should have a few terrible books that are absolute trash that they love. It makes you a better person. So do I love this? No. I am gonna be reading the sequel and maybe I'll do a vlog on that, but like, so I am here to end off this vlog, this very fun experiment. I gave Quicksilver, 4 out of 5 stars. Is the writing good? No. Is the editing good? Also no. Is the world building good? Hell no. But you know what? I went in with very, 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 very low expectations. Every time I talked about this book, people were like, this is terrible. Even people who loved it. And I think it's because I'm a really critical reader. So I think people try to like shield themselves and me from criticism by being like, yes, this book is trash, but I love it. And because of that, like, I just went in with such low expectations that I end up having a lot of fun. And like, I'm very aware this is not like the best writing ever and it's trash, but I think everyone is allowed to have like a trashy book that they love. I love From Blood and Ash, so like I don't think that me liking this is too far off. But I see, if you like see my other videos and how much I complain about romanticities, that you would see why. I actually liked Fourth Wing when it first came out also. Like, I enjoyed that. Did I really like the romance or anything? No, but I thought it was fun. I just don't care for it anymore. So like, me liking this book isn't too far off. I think of myself, and also other people think of myself, as like way more critical than I am. And the one thing I wanted this year was to just enjoy books that like everyone else has wanted, but my brain is just way too critical. And for some reason this book just hit me in the right moment and I had so much fun. I really enjoyed Kingfisher. The ending was good. Did I expect it? Yes. It was very obvious. There was a plot line that kind of came out of nowhere, but then at the same time not really. Like, it was kind of obvious if you read any other fae book, because one thing about like these current fairy books is that like they use fae as like an umbrella term for paranormal. So like, it's not like gonna be like, it's not gonna be like ACOTAR or The Cruel Prince, where they're fairies and they only exist. No, the fae just means, it's just another word for paranormal. So like, when you think, I also enjoy Zodiac Academy. I don't know why you guys think of me as like someone who's highly critical of books, and like, I mean, I know why, because I do it, but like at the same time, like, have we met me? Like, you know, you're confused, I'm confused, you know. I had a fun time. I will be giving it 4 out of 5 stars, and we're just gonna go on about our day. End the vlog here. I had a lot of fun. I will be reading the second book. I don't know when. Maybe I'll start it today. And I also will be reading Phantasma. This vlog was originally supposed to be me reading Quicksilver and Phantasma, but I just took so long reading this book. Not so super long. I read this book in like 3 days. I just took a lot longer reading this book than I wanted to, so that I couldn't fit Phantasma in there. But I will be reading her. Do I think I'm gonna like that one? Absolutely not, because that one has like a trial plotline, which I don't enjoy, but I like the cover and it sounds interesting, and Gavin liked it, and Gavin also liked Quicksilver and I like Quicksilver, so